Hi everyone, your Pyral here with another vlog. So earlier today I had some Yu-Gi-Oh cards arrive because I ordered some things from Ghosts from the Past. I think that's what the most recent thing that came out in the US was. But I ordered some things from there, and I also ordered some things for a new deck that I'm building, like card sleeves and a couple of cards. But I don't know, just it's really weird because I really like Yu-Gi-Oh. It's probably like out of all the card games I've played, I think it's probably my favorite, even more so than the Pokemon trading card game, which I really, really like. But this one I've just stuck with for a very long time, and ever since I got back into it, like I played Yu-Gi-Oh on and off. Like there have been times where I just stopped playing, like like in high school, and then after I graduated from high school, I stopped playing for a little bit. But when I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh, I want to say 2017, whenever Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns came out, I've just been really, really enjoying the card game. And it's, I don't know, I have a lot of decks now, and that's basically what I want to talk about. So here are all the decks that I've built. That's a lot. That's 6 Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks, which brings into mind this image of Bastion Misawa from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, where he just opens up his jacket and he like has 6 deck boxes, like a vest. But yeah, these are all decks that I built in the order that I built them, coincidentally enough. I didn't intend for it to be that way, but this is the Cybers deck. Actually, no. I built the Dark Magician deck before the Stardust Dragon deck, so yeah. Stardust Dragon deck, Dark Magician deck, Math Mech, Destiny Hero, and Crystal Beast. And I'm building a 7th one, which is also fitting since Bastion did build a 7th deck, but I enjoyed doing this. But I don't know, how many Yu-Gi-Oh decks is too many? That's what I want to know, because I have a lot of cards here. These are 40 plus cards, actually counting like extra decks, so let's say 50 plus cards each. And the next deck I'm building is also gonna have about 50 or more cards, so that's not even counting the things I have that are like stored in that drawer, because I have other cards there. But that's a lot, and I don't know what the stopping point for me is going to be, because 7 decks does seem a bit like a handful, but there's also other decks that I want to build. It's just sometimes I look at all these deck boxes and I'm like, wow, I really, really like Yu-Gi-Oh! But it's fun. Plus, even with all these decks, some of them do need to be updated because of ban list changes and things like that. Rest in peace, Jet Synchron. But yeah, for example, the Stardust Dragon deck, once Dawn of Majesty comes out in the US, that's going to be getting a bit of an overhaul. And it's just fun. Deck building is, I think I've said this before as well, but deck building is like my favorite aspect of, or one of my favorite aspects of playing any card game, because you're just considering a whole lot of different combinations for things, like figuring out what synergizes with each other. It's really fun for me. But yeah, 6 decks is still a lot, and I'm pretty sure there's other people that have made more decks, and there's always the possibility for me where I could just take apart one deck and just take away the staple cards that are used in it for another deck. But oh well. I don't know how other people do it when they build decks, like if there is a card that they really, really need for multiple decks, but they only have like a limited number of copies. For example, Monster Reborn, or something else. Let's just use Monster Reborn as an example. Let's say you only had one, but you want to use it in multiple decks. Do you just swap it out? I don't know. Because for me, I'd preferably have multiple copies of a card, especially one like that, just to make sure I have it for multiple decks instead of swapping out, just because I find that tedious. But some people do that. I don't know. It's just how I do things. Anyways, that's really gonna be it for this vlog. I just talked about Yu-Gi-Oh, but it was on my mind because I did get some Yu-Gi-Oh cards early today, and I don't have nearly enough to make a deck profile video for the next deck I'm building, but it'll come eventually whenever I finish building that deck and test it around a bit. So yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this vlog. Thank you all so much for watching. Also, one thing that bothers me about all of these deck boxes that I have laid out, only these 2 deck boxes have like the word deck box like printed on it. The others don't, and that slightly bothers me, but oh well. Anyways, I'm ending it off here, so later.